What's up everybody, welcome back to Second Street. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing Fearless issue number 1. It is the first in a 3-issue mini-series being published by Marvel Comics, featuring some of their female writers, artists, and even colorists, as well as a few of their superheroes. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel today. Now, if this is your first time here, I do talk a lot about comic books, movies, and occasionally even music. So make sure you're subscribed and all of that good stuff. I do the occasional giveaway as well. Now, as I said, I am going to be reviewing Marvel's Fearless issue number 1. This comic book does have 3 different stories in it. So obviously they have 3 different writers, 3 different artists, and 2 different colorists for the work for Marvel Comics. Now, there are 3 different stories in this book, and the 3 stories are Campfire Song, that is written by Shannon McGuire, Claire Rowe, color artist Rochelle Rosenberg. Now, the first one here, Campfire Song, we see that they're at a female summer camp where they are expecting to have 3 female superheroes to come and talk to the young ladies there in a little seminar, kind of, something to motivate them. And in this story, you can see that they are just kind of getting ready for them, getting the camp decorated as all the guests are getting ready to arrive for this particular seminar. Now, the second story in this book is called Style High Club. The writer is Lee Williams. The artist is Nina Vacueva. I'm sure I probably butchered your name, Nina. I'm sorry. And the color artist is, again, Rochelle Rosenberg. Now, Style High Club, it's about these female fashion models who are on the set of a shoot, getting ready to do a spread in a fashion magazine. And this story is, it's maybe about 5 pages long. It's not very long. And then actually along with that story as well is even this little cutout here that you can do, that you can get for your daughter to do to dress up her little Millie doll. Isn't that cute? Now, the third story here is written, it's called Unusual Suspects. The writer is Kelly Thompson. The artist is Carmen Carnero. And the color artist is Tamara Bonavian. I'm probably butchering your name as well. I'm very sorry about that. This third story, I think it's about 3 pages long, maybe 4 pages long. 3 pages long. And, just telling about, we see that we've got Elsa Bloodstone. She is in jail being held. She calls Jessica Jones to come get her and all her friends out. And when they get there, there is a little surprise waiting for them. Now, altogether, I've got to say, I did not like this book. And I do have several reasons why. Okay, the first one, and I really hate to say, if you guys know me here, I don't like, it's not that I don't like to do bad reviews. I just hate to be mean when I'm giving a review on things, and I really have no need to be mean about this. Now, the first one, like I said, was Campfire Song. It was written by Shannon McGuire, and I've got to say I didn't really like the story here, and I hate to say that because I like Shannon McGuire and what she's actually been doing on the Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider series, and it's been really good. It's a series I've liked, and this story in this book I did not like. I see there's just some of the dialogue and the situation that's going on. We see the camp counselor going to some of the young ladies that are decorating for the camp, and they've obviously been micromanaged enough. They've kind of had enough, and they start to get a little bit smart and a little on edge as the camp director is there. She is being pushy, but they just don't have good attitudes. None of this, while it does seem kind of natural, it seems, somewhat of a natural setting, natural dialogue, it does seem a little bit forced and just kind of everything that goes on here. I don't know. I just didn't like the story. Now, the second story that was the Style High Club, like I showed you, there is a little cutout thing where you can have the little Millie doll and you can dress it up. It's got different little fashion things on there, and to me, that actually screams that you're aiming this book towards 5, 6, 7-year-olds. I don't know, because my daughters right now are 9 and 8, and I can't say that they would actually take and cut this out and play with the little doll. And I could be wrong. Maybe I should give it to them to cut up and check out. Now, this second story, there was the Style High Club that was written by Leah Williams. Again, I did not like the story here. We see these ladies that are on this set as they're doing, they're fashion models doing a fashion shoot. And again, a lot of this, the situation and just kind of everything that's going on, it's a little mature for somebody even like my daughter's age. A lot of, like I said in the first two stories, a lot of the things here just like, I don't know, they just hit me wrong. It feels like it's kind of filled with toxic dialogue. And I'm not even talking about like obviously we can see there's female writers, artists, and things like that. So, you're probably thinking that it screams feminism, and, it kind of does. It's aimed for girls. It's not aimed for me. I understand that, and I realize that. But, again, the situation, the writing in here, I just didn't really like it. It just seems too catty. And while I get that, maybe that's how, things really are in the fashion world, or even at a female summer camp, like in the first story, Shannon McGuire, this one she did, I mean, I kind of felt like maybe her boss had been coming down on her and she just had to make a personal statement to her boss and interject it into this story. I don't know. That's just kind of what it seemed like. Now, the second one, it just seemed things were a little too catty. Just some of the situations. Even at 9 and 8 years old, I probably wouldn't let my daughters read this. The third one, The Unusual Suspects, it's written by Kelly Thompson and the artist Carmen Carnero, with the colorist being Tamara Bonavillin. It wasn't so bad, but again, it was only 3 pages long. Like I said, it was actually more just kind of a silly little story. Now, I can imagine that issue number 2 is going to be much the same. It's probably going to have the 3 different writers, along with the artists and the colorists as well. And I'm guessing, obviously, the main story is going to be this one at the summer camp where we see the female superheroes going to talk to this all-female summer camp. And we can see right there the superheroes who are going are Captain Marvel, the Invisible Woman, and Storm. Again, I myself didn't like this story. So much of it just seemed a little bit toxic for me to give this to my daughters to read, even at 9 and 8 years old. So I'm not sure who they made this book for, who it was really made for, other than, maybe just somebody like me to review it and, so I can give it a bad review. Other than that, I don't really know. I just, like I said, maybe if my child was 14, 15, somewhere there, teenage years. But even then, I mean, they're not going to play with a little cutout doll, and I just don't see that they're really going to be entertained by it. I don't know. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe it's just me. Let me know. What do you guys think about this? Is this Fearless issue number 1 something you've read? If not, is it something that you think you might read? I don't know. Do you think you'd let your children read it? I don't know. Like I said, I know I wouldn't let mine, but by no means am I trying to say that any of these writers, artists, or colorists, or anything like that are terrible. Like I said, I do like what Shannon McGuire's been doing in the Spider-Gwen series. It's actually getting ready to start off with Ghost Spider coming out next month. Lee Williams, I've actually read some of her writing before I did my reviews on the Giant Man series that was part of the War of the Realms arc. I just, I can tell that she obviously has her opinions, and whether it be political or feminist or anything like that, you can tell that she likes to inject those into her writing. And I can tell you it's just not for me, because I actually even went and read her Barbarella and Deja Thoris book as well, just to kind of look into some of the writing that she does, and I can tell she likes putting that into her stories. And hey, I'm not against that. If you're a writer and you want to put that into your stories, hey, go right ahead. You're the writer. I'm only the reader. But for somebody like me, it's probably just going to make me not want to read your books. Obviously, Kelly Thompson, she's been writing the Captain Marvel series. I haven't really minded that series too much. A little bit thick on the feminism in some of the parts, but overall, I can't say that I don't like the Captain Marvel series. Again, I mean, I've been pulling it. I've been reading it. It hasn't been terrible at all. So, again, I could be a little more critical of it, I'm sure, but again, I just don't think that these necessarily these ladies are bad writers. The artists, the art in these books is actually pretty good. The coloring is good. Once again, I like Rochelle Rosenberg, and even the work that the other young lady did here, Tamara Bonavillin, still did a pretty good job. So again, for me, it's just like the dialogue and some of the story. But that's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Second Street Marvel today. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, I will soon be doing a giveaway. As soon as I hit 350 subscribers here on the channel, I'm going to be giving away a copy of Warner Brothers Shazam. Now, to get entered into that, you have to make sure that you're subscribed, and make sure that you leave a comment in this video or any of my videos until until I hit 350. Also, make sure that you give this video a like, and if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. It's all good. But most of all, please make sure that you leave me some feedback down in the comments below. You all have a very good day. Thank you all so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.